Yo, what is up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 most common mistakes that beginners make when getting started in the credit game. Now, the reason why I want to make this video for you folks is because I myself have made these mistakes, so at the expense of my imperfectalities, in expense of my imperfectness, I want to make this video just for you so that you can avoid falling into these traps and making the same mistakes as I did. I cut myself shaving earlier today, so if in the future if I ever make a video about shaving properly, don't watch it because it was probably terrible advice. Now, if you like videos like this, do me a favor, smash the like button, also hit the subscribe button for more videos just like this. And let's get into the video. Now, number 5 I want to start off with is never buy what you don't have the money for. It creates that exact same habit. It creates that exact same illusion. And what I mean by that is you have a credit card which has a balance that you can use, right? And you use that credit card to buy something because you know you have money coming in tomorrow. When you buy something today in the hopes of paying it off tomorrow, you put yourself in what's called debt. Now, the reason why you want to stay out of debt is because it'll compound over time. It was called the death by 1,000 cuts. It's not the big expenses that catch us off guard. It is the small expenses. It's the lunch out, it's the dinner out, it's the coffee a day, it's the buying office supplies. It's all those little expenses that add up over time, that compound over time, that puts you into debt, that puts you into financial stress, that puts you in that mindset whereas I can purchase it today and pay it off tomorrow. Your next thing you know, you look at your credit card bills and now you're just stuck. You have high interest rates and you can't get out of it. So my 5th mistake is don't buy what you don't have money for. If there's a specific thing that you want, create a plan to leverage your credit cards. You want to make sure you have the money set aside. That way you can leverage your credit cards to purchase that product or service, pay it off immediately, and then get the points from it. Because there's no sense in getting points if you have to pay interest, which defeats the whole purpose of this game. Alright, so moving into number 4. Working in a restaurant, you see a lot of people use a lot of different credit cards. And being as a person who understands a little bit about credit cards, very little bit, I understand how much cards usually cost. So I'll see people pull out $400, $500, $600 credit cards and use it to pay for their bill. I compliment them because I respect the game. I'll ask them, like the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. Hey, that's a nice card. Have you got a chance to use your DoorDash credit already? And then they'll be like, what are you talking about, DoorDash credit? And I'm like, you get $60. I explain to them. They don't know. And I got into this conversation with a guy who has the American Express Business Platinum. And he's like, yeah, I use all these points and I get free flights and I just travel the world pretty much free with my business. And I was like, oh, what airlines did you pick for your 35% point redemption? And he's like, what is that? And I was like, you get 35% reimbursed of points when you book flights first class or business class. And he's like, oh no, I've never used that before. So falling into number 4th mistake that I always see constantly is research your cards before you apply for them. Find out what it is that it does, the benefits that you could use, the pros and the cons, maybe the interest rate, the payment date. Like, find everything out. I get it, if you're not in the credit card hobby and this isn't exciting for you like it is for me, because weirdos like me, this may be difficult to do. You need to understand, what do these tools do? What are the pros and what are the cons? So that'll be number 4 for me. Research your cards before applying for them. Right, and this one, number 3, I'm totally guilty of, and it's got me into some trouble. So I'm slowly learning from my mistakes, and I want you to learn from mine as well, is making minimum payments. If you create a bad habit, it's hard to break it. Same thing with minimum payments. If you only pay the minimum balance every single month, subconsciously you're telling yourself, hey, I'm good for that month because I paid the minimum balance, I don't owe anything. But what you don't realize is you could be possibly, for one, paying interest off the statement balance. Okay, 2, that could be compounding over time. Now you have a bigger balance 6, 7, 8 months down the line. 3, your credit utilization shoots up, which decreases your credit score. You have to understand, you don't want to just pay the minimum balance. If it's possible, you want to be able to pay the balance in full. That way you keep your credit utilization down, you don't pay so much interest on your statement balance, you don't create a bad habit which will eventually lead you into bad debt. Okay, so that's very important. I'm guilty of it. You know, I didn't really think of it. I thought, hey, as long as I pay the minimum balance, I don't have to worry. Next thing you know, I have a huge credit card bill that luckily I took care of, but at the same time, you have to be careful of this. All right, cash advances would come in for number 2. I was very lucky because I've only done this on a very, very small scale. So if you don't know, you can take out cash from ATMs using your credit card. So let's say you take out, for me, I took out $20 from my credit card. These cash advances are considered mini loans. So the moment you pull the money out, you automatically get charged interest. For instance, I took out $20. I got charged interest right off the back. So to pull out $20, I had to pay $4.40 on top of that $20. Plus, I had to pay ATM fees. Now, the ATM fee was maybe like $3. So I eventually ended up paying $27.40 just to get a $20 bill. Now, that's the thing. You don't want to do cash advances because they're considered mini loans, okay? Because they don't know, they can't track what you're doing with that money, they will automatically charge you the interest. So that's number 2. Moving into number 1, and I talk a lot about this on the channel, the 5 and 24 rule, okay? Getting 5 cards before getting any of Chase's cards. Now, when I first got started in the credit game, I think I was like 4 and 5. So I had 4 random cards before I got any Chase cards. With that being said, you want to get Chase's cards first. A lot of people, they ask me, what card should I get? And I tell them, first of all, what is your goal? Once you figure out your goal, then find a card that matches that goal. But if you're under 5 cards within the last 24 months, you should go to Chase first because it's going to be harder to get Chase cards later on down the line. Personally, I love Chase. I love their ecosystem. I love their cards. They take really good care of their customers from what I've experienced. So I always tell people, get Chase cards. Get them now. Get them out of the way. That way you can move on to other issuers. So by understanding these simple rules, you can maximize the amount of cards that you actually get. I made a different video about the rules and a separate video about the 5 and 24 rules, so I'll leave them somewhere up here for you guys to watch. But those are my 5 examples of mistakes that most people commonly make. Do me a favor, guys, I want to learn from you as well. So if there's any mistakes that you yourself have made in the past with your credit cards, leave them down in the comments below. Share them with the community. I know we all don't want to make mistakes, we all want to seem perfect, but we're human beings, so let's help each other out. Leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, do me a favor, don't forget to smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. We'll see you guys in the next one.